Yes, Jamaica, exposing the corruption that is taking place, and it gets deeper. It gets deeper, people. Check out what the court administration people and the secretaries at Halfway Tree Court is doing. They are using two different names as the judge I'm seeing. I've seen this on two different papers. I've posted, but they have hackers go on my phone and take it out. I've probably posted and y'all seen it and never noticed it. And I'm going to make you realize what I post to you now. In the paperwork, the judge asked me to get a psychic evaluation, and when I went to pick up the paper she said for me to pick up to go down there, they're trying to get me to sign it, and I refused to sign it. This was one of the papers, I believe. Right, this was one of them, and the other one is missing. I don't know where the other one is. Here it is. You see the name of the judge? Miss S. Walker McFarlane. That's the name of the judge. Miss S. Walker McFarlane. And on another piece of paper, I have the judge being Nicole McFarlane. Right? Nicole McFarlane. This is two different names, and I only have one case. And that's the judge that had ordered psychic evaluation for me. Whether her name is Nicole McFarlane or Walker, Judge Walker McFarlane. They're using some kind of corruption there to manipulate this case, and I'm putting it out there to who can and who have the authority to check on these things to see what I'm telling you is the truth. Now, also, on me going down to the Supreme Court of Appeals to put in an appeal on this new bail conditions that this judge is changing in the middle of trial after so long. And then, excuse me, like I'm catching a cold. And, ordered me not to go back to iProbe. Then after the court session, I came out the courtroom and 5 police officers hold me hostage, along with the prosecutor and a secretary, and try to force me to sign documents that I refused to sign, even putting me in handcuffs. I'm exposing this judge is also a corrupt judge. She is violating my constitutional rights. Her name is Judge Elaine. She's a judge that is in the corrupt organization, criminal organization, and it's clear what she's doing is corrupt and criminal. You know, it's a lot of things during my court case she has done that is violating my rights and my constitutional rights, and I will be trying to put in some submissions, documents about that. They're stopping me from doing that. Now, this court number that I'm given for my court case, when I went down to the Supreme Court of Appeals, this Mr. Williams, he said his name is, he didn't want to give me his first name, you know, not even the initial. He just said he's the deputy registry. You know, that's what he said to put it as, deputy registry, and write that down. Deputy registry, Mr. Williams. And he stopped me from submitting my documents and tried to tell me that it's necessary for me to put in the case number of my case number to the case I have on the document I'm submitting. Now I'm gonna expose this. This is because they have a case number there that on paper is set to look natural to the courts, right? But the actual case that is being tried with me and what I'm going through is not matching that case number if anyone was to look into it. Now I'm going to show you the case number so everyone could see. This is the case number. See it? That's the case number right there on the top. I'll spell it out for you. It's CA 2025 CR0 2340-1-3. on paper, in the courts, this looked like a legit case of mine, but it's not the case that I'm going through. They have corrupted the whole entire system. This is organized crime. This is mafia works. This is organized, well organized. You know, they can manipulate me and stop me from uh the legal law council. I cannot report a corrupt lawyer that stole my money. I can't go into the Supreme Court building, you know, to study, to go look up law in the Supreme Court library, and I'm representing myself in court. I am my own lawyer, right? I cannot submit documents to the Supreme Court of Appeal. I cannot submit documents at the halfway tree. Um, I cannot get a justice of peace at the Supreme Civil Court to sign a court document and stamp a court document for me so I can submit it. This is numerous, and I could go on. I can't go to a police station to report the 5 officers that held me hostage. They're blocking me from this is organized crime. This is a well-organized crime that has undertaken the whole Jamaica law enforcement system and legal activities. They have undermined the whole Jamaica law enforcement. We need England to come and take back over Jamaica. We cannot. I'm clearly seeing the corruption there is way out of hand. Is way out of hand. If you have corruption in all of these places, even at the Supreme Courthouse, Jamaica cannot govern its own. This is organized crime that is taking over this country. Anyway, I'm going to continue on. So, for one, I put in a recusal, and this judge said she accepted the recusal and moved herself off my case. I don't know if her name is Nicole McFarlane or it's Miss Walker McFarlane. You know, they're mixing up the names of the judges to try to confuse any investigation that might take place with the case. You know, and they're doing this. Clearly, I can show you the amount of times I went to iProbe. Now, they stopped me from doing all of this at the courthouses. Let's talk about the places that you report corrupt and abusive officers. They have their corrupt and undermined as well. Look at iProbe reports. All of these is reports I've made to iProbe about numerous times police have abused me, beat me, taken my money, you know, and nothing comes out of it. Look at all. None of these has even been submitted. You can't even find a record to these. And here go the case numbers. I'm going to show it to you. Look at them. The case number. Look at them. Case number. Look at them. The case number. Look at it. Case number. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. And so much of it has been torn from over 10, 11 years of being tortured by this criminal, corrupt police, drug smuggling, organized cartel, you know, drug cartel. This is what it is. This is organized crime here, undermining everything in Jamaica. So you can't go to iProbe. I can't go to iProbe and make a report about these people, you know, because they have their people there to stop anyone that is reporting on them, right? That's at iProbe. I go to Indicom to report it. This is another place now. They have to have connections to stop people from reporting them, you know. So what they do, they have people there too. I could call his name, Warren Williams. I go to Indicom, and for no reason, Warren Williams put me out the building and tell me he's not taking any report from me about corrupt police and abusive officers. Right? This need to be addressed, people. This need to be addressed. Jamaica in a trouble. In a trouble. A whole heap of young men. These police officers killed illegally have sent to jail illegally using the tactics I'm seeing with what they're doing with me in the courthouse. You know? So that is iProbe Indica. Me tell you about the Supreme Courthouse. Me tell you about the Supreme Civil Court. What's going on there? Me tell you about the Supreme Court of Appeals. What's going on there? I tell you about Halfway Tree. I tell you about the Attorney General office. You know, Miss Chambers there. You know, I know for sure is in the corruption because she was the one they used there to stop me, Miss Chambers. And we could go on, you know. So I told you about all of these places already. I told you about the court administration. That's on 25 Dominica Drive, New Kingston. I told you about their corruptions there. They have stopped me from stating any report or from getting any help there. So now I showed you iProbe. I showed you what happened at Indicum. Now at Mocha, when I went to Mocha, Mark Williams. Now check out the Williams at the Supreme Court of Appeal. You have Deputy, as he says it, Deputy Registry, Mr. Williams. Glasses, bust eye, taped up, left eye, right? That's the guy at the Supreme Appeal, Supreme Court of Appeal, right? At Indicum, you have Warren Williams. Listen to the Williams. You have Warren Williams that tells me get out the building and they're not taking any report and I am not to come back on the compound. Warren Williams. I go to Mocha. It's Mark Williams. Mark Williams stopped me from making a report to Mocha and basically tells me this ain't going nowhere. This is the level of corruption that's going on. I go to Ministry of National Security, right? Courtney Williams is a person that works there or used to work there. I don't know how that go. But my information is from credible sources. You know, these people, whether it's my family or someone out there just want me to have information, you have strangers saying things to me, clearly telling me things, you know, and I don't understand. I said it got to be one of my family, you know, but they can't go against this organization because they're threatened to be killed. And there's so much of them that is in this organization. I have removed myself from the company of every one of them. My father, my uncles, my cousins, I have removed myself from each and even my aunts on my father's side. I've removed myself from. Now, talking about the Williams, we was at the Ministry of National Security where I don't know if Mr. Courtney Williams is directly involved because I didn't see him there, but I was told one of them is there. And to see here, look at the stamping that I've been getting. This is at Ministry of National Security. This was the first stamp I get, the one on the bottom, which I refused to accept. Then they gave me the stamp on the top, which I don't even think is the up-to-date and official ministry. Did any one of these documents get submitted? If anyone that's in power could check on this stuff, check and see if this document was submitted to the Ministry of National Security. Because if it wasn't, I'm exposing the organized criminal connection that has undermined Jamaica law enforcement system. So they stamped it and said they receive it and it should be submitted. See? Ministry of National Security. Tyrone Morrison is my name. Check and see if anything is submitted there. I showed you all of the iProbe, right? Check and see if any one of those was submitted to iProbe. Indicum refused me there. Okay. I tried to get a letter to the Honorable Brian Skike. See? They stamped it. Supreme Court. They stamped it. Check and see if that was submitted. If there's any record of me, Tyrone Morrison, submitting any documents to Brian Skikes. I'm exposing the deep corruption. This is at the Court of Appeal, right? When I went there around to the front building, they stamped it with that stamp. This is not the Court of Appeal stamp, right? And then they trying to say they made a mistake and they didn't submit my documents. Check and see if this document, see the name of the person who did this? That's the name of the person who did this. See it? He stamped and signed his name. right? Check and see if my document was submitted at the Supreme Court of Appeal. Okay, we're gonna go on and on. I'm gonna show you the proof of what I'm talking. I'm not just gonna sit here and talk it. You know, I'm gonna show you the proof of what I'm talking. All the proofs I will show. I will show right now, because Jamaica, we in trouble. We're in trouble. Okay, this was one of the recusals that I had put in on the judge. Whether her name is Walker McFarlane or Nicole McFarlane, I had put in this and she accepted it. Look in the back, stamped by J.P. Palmer. So it is official document. You see it? Stamped by J.P. Palmer with the stamp there. You see it? Right? J.P. Palmer. It is an official document. She claimed she accepted it and removed herself off my case. Now, the very first judge that gave me my original bail, this is the original bail paper. This is it. And this is the judge. This is the judge that gave me the bail. Look at him. That's the judge. Now they moved this judge. They moved this judge because I don't see him no more at Halfway Tree. This is how high the corruption is. He's a fair judge, it seems to me. He's a light skinned, bald headed. He wear glasses with the frame is solid black frame. One of his eyes, his left eye, was either damaged when he was young or was born with it like that, because it doesn't open as full as this eye. His right eye opens real full, and that one, it's like it opens but not as much. That's the judge. They told me his name was Judge Andrews. I'll show you his face again. This is the judge that first gave me my bail. I never seen him again. And never seen him again. I don't know what happened to him. So I'm showing you all the things that is going on in this country, the corruption. This is my affidavit that the judge refused. She said I cannot submit any documents unless I take the stand, which I am taking the stand, but they swore in the police officers first, and I already cross-examined 2 of them. So 1 more police officer is there left to examine on the 21st of April, and then I would be sworn in to take the stand. So therefore, my document should be put in, because I placed this into the I placed this in to them. This is my application affidavit. She said it can't be in an affidavit, and as you can see, it's stamped and signed by J.P. Palmer. See? Stamped and signed by these all official documents. Now let me show you what happened with this when I had to put in the application against the lawyer that stole my money and was putting in fake things on my case that I didn't even tell him to do. This is it here. His name is Charles Williams. Name is Charles Williams. And as you could see on the back, properly stamped and signed by J.P. Palmer. As you can see it. Properly stamped and signed, right, by J.P. Palmer. That was that. My battery is dying, so I'll show you quick. My objections, they're stopping me from putting in my objections on the things the judge is doing. They're stopping me. On me being denied access to the Supreme Court library. They're stopping me from submitting my documents. This is corruption at its highest. This is organized crime at its highest. You know? Jamaica. These people, I tell you one further. They have this lady that is gifted to can see things. You know, like some people have clairvoyant abilities. A lot of people don't run across these peoples in their lives. I'm gonna tell you something that is very true. The business owner Beachy Stout that owns the police station in Port Antonio, they have to pay him rent even now when he's in jail. Jamaica have to pay him a paycheck for leasing his land and building a Port Antonio police station on it. Him that ordered his wife to be killed, he ordered his last wife that was to be killed because a police officer was having an affair with her. He had her killed in Sherwood Forest. That's where I'm from, Sherwood Forest, Portland, and I know all about what I'm telling you in depthly. And the police officer, he got this lady. She's not clairvoyant, but she's one they call a seer. Now she has the ability to I don't know how she connect with you through your clothes she have or whatever she do. It's not voodoo. It's not obia. It's a woman with the ability that can see what you see and hear what you hear. She has the ability to speak as I am speaking to you now, but in your mind, to drive people crazy. It's not a joke what I'm telling you. I've seen her with my own two eyes once in my lifetime. If you go to Sherwood Forest and ask about what I'm telling you, a lot of people up there can tell you it's true. They have used this woman to drive more than one of the people in the community mad. One named Max, they did this with him, and one they called Butty. You know, my brother Butty. You know what I'm saying? My brother Max too. These are good people they messed up in life. You know, I know them very well. I was living in Sherwood Forest. And if you go up there and ask about this seer that I'm talking about, they will let you know. My battery is dying and this has been a long recording, so let me just say this now. A lot of people heard about the white witch of Rose Hall that was killing her husband. I believe she had that ability too. Now, if you have that ability like this woman I seen, and you can see and hear what others you connect to, you know, even if they're in Kingston, you there Portland, they can see and hear. When them man ya go road and I have an affair upon her, she can see it. This was why I believe she was killing them off. Because she can see what they was doing. She could see they didn't love her. She could hear them planning to leave her and go away with others with her money or whatever them money I tell the woman when them asleep. So she would have killed them when them come home. This is why them have the story about the white witch of Rose Hall. She had the ability. And go to Sherwood Forest and see if I'm lying. I'm telling you, because they used this woman to mad the police that his wife was having an affair with, Beachy Stout. Right now, the police officer that was having an affair with his wife that he ordered killed was put off the Port Antonio police force as they said he was going crazy. I have no more to say right now, man. I have a lot to tell Jamaica. A lot is going on, man. A lot of Jamaica, we in trouble.